Oh boy. Hi everyone, I'm Kay.
I'm Roller Coaster Rider.
Sort of like what we did before we went to Japan with a roller coaster group. We kind of went through some of the rides,
10.
10 rides, or attractions, or whatever that we were really looking forward to doing. So this summer, sometime, we're going to Europe with a group that likes to ride roller coasters also. So we came up with what, 13?
Yeah.
13
We probably
because
could have gone to 20 because the parks
probably not me, but maybe
you
you.
could have. The parks that we're going to have so many unique things.
Yeah. So, should we just get started with what number one? You want to go first?
You mean my number 1?
Oh, we're going to work from 13 back. I'm sorry. We're doing 13 down to our top choice. Okay.
Oh, by the
Drum
way.
roll.
Oh, by the way.
Dum-bum-bum.
1 second. By the way, longtime viewers, we know we have to do part 5 and part 6 of Japan. We will get to that hopefully soon.
Okay.
We're gonna have some free time coming up. Anyway, okay, you want me to do my number 14? My number 13?
Oh, you have a 14?
Yes, I have a 14 because
Okay,
I just.
then just do your 14 real quick.
Okay, my number 14 is Food Loop at Europa Park.
Okay.
This is like the roller coaster restaurant at Alton Towers, and when I just walked through it, I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is totally cool." Like, I totally agree with other people. Like, why doesn't this exist in the United States?
Okay.
So that's my number. So that's my honorable mention, and hopefully we can eat there.
Okay.
So
What about number 13?
my number
for you?
13 is Challenge of Tutankhamun, a class a well, I guess it is classic at 16 years old. Sally interactive dark ride at Wallaby, Belgium, where what is cool about it is that I think it's the only interactive dark ride of its kind that has 3 alternate endings, and they're
Wow.
all based on the score. And because I want to get to the final because I want to get to the main the final challenge, I have asked In the Loop's Dark Ride Messiah Ranger to ride with me because he's a king at interactive dark rides.
And I'm not very good, so I guess I won't be riding with you guys, huh?
Maybe Dan the T-shirt guy can ride with you or something.
Oh,
I don't know.
she whiz. Thank
Okay,
you.
so what's your number 13?
My number 13 is my German or my French or my Dutch is not going to be very good, but Fata Morgana.
Okay,
Morgana, something like that.
why don't you
That's
talk
at
about it?
Efteling. I think you told me it was like a Pirates of the Caribbean ripoff, but then
Mm-hmm.
when I researched it a little bit, yeah, it is a dark ride.
And you are
Um,
in a boat.
Right, and you've got a sultan, and he surrounds himself with beautiful women and all these precious gems. And what you do is you ride through the dark cellars of this whole ride, and it's filled with criminals and rats, which I'm not going to like. So you're just really
You're
discovering.
fine with Mickey Mouse. You might be fine with those.
Yeah, but I think these are the rats that are ugly,
Oh, so
yucky
Willards.
ones, right? So
I'm
anyway,
shocked you even know who Willard is.
so we go through the Far East and we're just looking for, I guess, all the Sultan's most precious possessions, coins, gems, whatever.
I said
So,
it was a Pirates of the Caribbean knockoff because a podcast I listened to, can I say their name?
yeah.
Park Scope. Um, they were saying like Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland Paris. It's no more of a ripoff than Pirates in Batavia or Fata Morgana.
Fata. Fata.
I wrote down Fanta. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it's Fata.
Okay,
Fata Morgana. Okay, so what about number 12?
number 12 for me, and maybe you too if you drink enough soda or Tums, is Voltarium.
I don't know. I may have to see that one.
It's indoors, so you
What
won't.
park is it at?
It's at Europa Park.
Okay.
It's Europa Park's version of Soarin'.
Oh, God.
Except,
Why do I not like those rides? Oh my God. You're not very far off of the ground, But man, it just makes you feel like, whoa, you're out of whack.
And as opposed to going around the world or going around California or in the Fuji Q version going around Japan in the spring, I think.
Oh, I didn't do that. You
Yeah. This one I guess takes you around Europa Park. So yeah, that's
Oh.
kind of weird. Um, but I'm expecting good quality because it's at Europa Park.
did. Okay. So my number 12 is at Efteling also. It's Carnival Festival.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Small World ripoff, you told me.
Yeah.
But when I looked up, it was so jolly and joyful of what they said.
For 8 minutes.
Yeah, wow. You get to know different cultures and party among red-nosed figures.
With Jokey and Jet?
Yeah, and discover how we're all alike in this indoor attraction of Carnival Festival. Ooh.
That sounds
Okay,
pretty interesting.
folks, I got a lot of flat rides, dark rides.
You
stuff.
don't have
Okay.
flat rides?
Dark rides. Anyway, a lot of dark rides.
Spoiler alert, she does not have flat rides or roller coasters.
Okay.
My number 11 is Skyscream at Holiday Park. For many people, this would probably be like, why is this on your list? Well,
yeah, really.
it's because I've never ridden a Premier Ride Skyrocket 2 model. And they look kind of cool. And if Drew the Intern and the Legend approve, then they're probably really good rides. And they're also probably rides that don't get you wet.
Okay.
It goes forwards and backwards, and you loop upside down 150 feet in the air using only lap bars.
Done?
Yeah.
Okay, my number 11 is from Toverland, Merlin's Quest. It's an outdoor boat ride. I didn't really find much. You told me a little bit about it, but I didn't find much online about it. So that's about all that I know. It's an outdoor boat ride. Woohoo!
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, come
What are you doing? Stop
I'm covering your
Just
your
stop
mouth from
it.
view.
What? Stop.
Oh, come on. You know that it's a dark ride that has, or it's an outdoor boat ride that has a really good indoor section because Toverland has pretty good theming.
Right.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a magical place. That's
Mhm.
about all that I could find on it. And it's supposed to be a boat ride that the entire family would enjoy and ride. So it shouldn't hurt my back.
Take Tums anyway, or Motron or whatever.
I can't take motion.
I don't know if we're sponsored
Okay,
by
let's
Aleve,
get on.
whatever.
Can't do that either.
Okay. My number 10, I'll be honest with you, I tried to make this like a top 10 list, but then I thought about this ride, this ride, this ride, and this ride, and I was like, you know what? What the heck? Let's make it a top 13 each. So my number 10 is Pulsar from Wallaby, Belgium. This is the, I think, no, it's not the only one of its kind in the world, but it's the first of its kind in the world, where it's a water coaster that launches you forwards and backwards.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Kind
for
of
you,
think
not
of V2 at Great America.
me. Ooh.
However, you're above the track. There's a camelback hill during the launch, kind of like Max Force.
Oh my god.
And you get wet going forwards, but not going backwards.
Okay, that's right up your alley.
I
Not mine.
kind of had a dream about this ride a few days ago. Do you want me to tell you it?
No.
Okay, but it involved a B plus list celebrity that I follow on Twitter.
That's why we don't want to know about it. Okay, my number 10 is Mouse of Chocolate from Phantasialand. It's supposed to be like a Toy Story Mania dark-like ride.
Your favorite type of ride in the world.
Right. It takes place in Berlin, and what I understood...
In the Berlin section.
Okay.
Berlin
What-
is a section of Phantasialand.
What I understand are the mice are on the loose in the Imperial Cake Factory.
Yeah, and so
So you're trying to gather up all the mice, these rodents.
are you trying to kill them?
I don't know.
Are you trying to kill them, or are you trying to toss cream puffs at them?
The only thing you can do is arm yourself with the water gun and take on the mice.
So you're supposed to shoot it with. You're supposed to shoot
Water.
them with
A water gun.
water and
I don't think it
cream
shoots
puffs.
water, but okay. Anyway.
And apparently this ride goes on forever.
Oh, wonderful. If it's a hot day, I hope it's air conditioned.
But we've learned our lesson from Toy Story Mania. We're just gonna shoot every minute or every minute or so.
Yeah, because even if you aim at the rats, you're not going to get any points.
Well,
Anyway.
even if you do get points, you're just exhausted afterwards.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, let's go on.
My number 9 is Troy at Toverland. This ride, when I saw a POV video of it, I was like, holy cow, this looks like a really good coaster. Apparently it's not the greatest coaster in Europe, or the greatest wooden coaster in Europe, but it still looks really cool. It has a lot of low moments, direction changes. It's like 130 feet tall, and it wouldn't shock me if it had a few airtime moments. It also seems very. Someone described it similar to Kentucky Rumbler, including one of those sections where you where you blast through the station.
Oh, wow.
So you get to see me.
So like V2 blasts through the station.
No, not like that. It's more of
No, I mean going through the station really
yeah,
quick.
it's not like that. It's
Okay, anyway, I'm wrong. Let's move on.
It's a section above. It's a section above the exit that's part of the station where the train is going at like 30 or 40 miles an hour, just to show people how fast the ride is.
Okay. So do we need sound concealing headphones
No,
for
it's
that?
a wooden coaster. You're number
Okay.
9.
My number 9 is Piccolo Mondo. Is that about how you say it?
I don't
That's
know.
at Europa Park. It's a dark ride with paragondolas,
Gondoliers.
but they're not. It's more what I looked online. It's more like the Peter Pan type thing. So you're not in
So the queue
water,
line is going to be
whatever.
3.5 hours long.
I hope not. You journey through Italy, stopping at the Piazza, Venice, and Florence. So even though we're not doing Italy this year, we get to see a little bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
My number 8 is River Quest. This is a rapids ride at Phantasialand that has 3 major drop sections and apparently no restraints.
I think you should be taking the Motrin.
But okay, this is why I put this on the list, because there's a ton of parks that have rapids rides that we're going to. Trips Drill, for example, based on the similar to the Tasmanian River Rapids at Wild Adventures, has a whirlpool section.
Oh, wow.
But what made this one stand out was Drew the Intern. He's not the biggest fan of water rides, but he
True.
rode this and he loved it.
Hmm.
So, I don't know if that means you don't get that wet, but I'm hoping that you do get pretty wet on it. So that's my number 8, River Quest.
My number 8 is also at Europa Park, Snowflake Sleigh Ride. So that is like a winter-themed dark ride.
I've heard you
So-
sit on benches like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Right, but it's supposed to have like a Russian theme,
Yeah.
gardens and just
Well, Russian winters, maybe.
yeah,
Or snow.
Russian winter landscape, and you're supposed to be just going through a wonderland
With
of
animatronics.
winter. Yes.
So it'll be like one of those things that we see at like Menards and stuff. The ride. What? I can say Menards.
Okay. Go
Okay.
ahead.
My number 7 is Chiapas. Chiapas. This is apparently it's at Phantasialand, and this is again a water ride that Drew the Intern rode and said was awesome. And I'm always a fan of unique types of rides. Everland in Korea, I think, was the first time I rode a log flume that went both forwards and backwards. And then I rode Valhalla at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, or Pleasure Beach Blackpool, whatever its name is this week. And that also had you going forwards and backwards. This one has you going forwards, backwards, and sideways.
Oh, interesting.
You go down a drop sideways.
Whoa.
And I'm hoping that it doesn't stop the ride every 20 seconds. And I'm also hoping they have better drainage.
Yeah, so it doesn't stay all in the boat and get you soaking wet.
But fortunately, I'm hoping it'll be a little warmer than 50 degrees, so my feet won't freeze.
Okay.
So that's my number 7.
My number 7 is once again at Europa Park. Yay!
Are you just gonna live at Europa Park on this trip?
No, that and Efteling, yeah.
Yeah.
The puppet boat ride.
Why don't you say about it?
It's a garden-themed boat ride.
Is there anything else you want to say about it? Or you couldn't find
No,
anything
it's
else?
a world of fairies and fairy tales.
That
I'm gonna
sounds
feel
weird.
like a little princess when I'm done here.
Well, hopefully we can get a discount and get you a tiara.
Oh boy, no.
Okay, my number 6 is a last-minute edition. Olympia Looping! From World's Greatest Roller Coaster Thrills in 3D. This ride is a legendary Schwarzkopf classic with 5 vertical loops and G-forces well over 6 Gs. So take your weight, multiply it times 6.
No, I'd be too heavy.
My worry is that it'll be similar to
Painful?
It'll be similar to Quimera
Painful?
at what is La Feria in Mexico, where a lot of people wrote in, they're like, "Oh, my neck."
Painful.
Yeah, but I have faith in this that it'll be okay, and it's high capacity too, so it occasionally runs like 5 trains with 5 cars, and during busy times it'll increase to 7 cars.
Wow, I've never seen a ride do 7 cars.
It's a ride op's dream or nightmare.
Yeah, keep them going. Yeah.
I don't know if some of the people in our group are ride operators, but I imagine they would just stare at it being like, "Oh man, I wish."
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that's my number 6.
Okay, my number 6.
At the Krenger Kermis Fair. Or Krenger Kermis Fair, however you say its name.
Right, we're trying to get to that. Yeah.
We are getting to that.
Oh, we are going to go there. Okay, sorry about that. Madam
Good luck saying this one.
Fruit and Rich Curiosities, or Curiosities, whatever.
I just say Madam Freudian.
In European.
Europa Park.
Again, we're there again. Okay. So in the
I found
the
some
queue
stuff
line,
out about this ride.
Well, in the queue line, you can take pictures with her. And then you head down to the former wine cellar, which now serves as a dinosaur breeding farm.
Yeah, so this is like Jurassic Park now.
So you go through that to the lush gardens where the dinos are fed delicious... Dinos are fed delicious...
I'm going to turn on the light for a second.
Guggenhof, whatever.
You mispronounced that. It's bundt cake.
Oh, okay. I hope it's gluten-free. Aren't they plant animals?
Yeah.
Plant eating?
That's a little bit better.
It still seems very dark.
Yeah. We're sorry, we're looking at a Word document while we're recording this. We're breaking the fourth wall. Okay, my number 4... Or, no, wait.
5.
Oh, my number 5, sorry, is Expedition G-Force. Do I need to say anything, roller coaster people?
Yeah.
It's considered by many to be one of the best hypercoasters of its kind. I'm hoping I can fit, and I need to ride it on both sides because Drew said that there's one side where it's okay, and then the other side where it's like, oh my!
You passing a kidney stone?
It's just like, holy cow, based on the drop.
It's great?
Yeah, because the drop is twisting.
Okay.
So anyway, Expedition G-Force, number 5.
My number 5, I couldn't find out anything about it, just what you had told me about it. That's at Phantasialand again. And it's Fengju's Palace. So it's a madhouse, and it's themed to an Asian wedding.
You know, Drew the intern really enjoyed that madhouse.
Okay, well, we're going to have to check it out.
Mm-hmm. My number 4 is Arthur the Ride at Europa Park. Not themed to the aardvark. but instead themed to the oh, who's that guy? Luc Besson, themed to the Luc Besson animated movies, which I think I've seen all three of them, and I was like, okay, whatever. They weren't Toy Story revenue in the U.S., but I guess Europe's a big fan of Luc Besson because he is French, I think. And this ride, according to Drew the Intern, is like the future of dark rides. It has screens, AAs, it's interactive, you're spinning, you're shooting at stuff. It's indoors, outdoors, it's powered. And apparently they play a Snoop Dogg song. You know.
Whoa, why not, right?
Like you'd expect in a kid's ride.
I don't really like or listen. I don't know if I like or not. I don't listen to Snoop Dogg. Anyway.
You might ride it.
Might
Being
is
the
a
key
big word.
Okay, number 4.
My number 4 is Dreamflight Efteland. It's a garden Efteling. It's a garden-themed dark ride, and it's supposed to be unicorns and forest animals come to life. But when night falls, ooh, the cities float through the darkness. Yeah. When the sun comes up, the enchanting forest awakens in this indoor dark ride again. Woo!
You know, this ride has been considered by many to be one of the world's best dark rides.
Oh.
When it came out in like 1993, so
okay.
Hopefully it lives up to the hype.
Check it out.
Okay. My number 3 is Taron at Phantasialand. This one has like 54 crossovers. You go above, below, to the left, to the right of the track.
Everything.
Yeah, head choppers and stuff. And it has 2 launches.
Ooh.
It has 2 launches, but Taron and Rake were part of like a $40 million expansion in 1 year.
Wow.
So this like a completely entangled coaster, which apparently offers incredible airtime, and I think it's Drew the Intern's number 2 coaster.
Really? Wow. Then it's got to be pretty good.
Now, I know a bunch of people are going, wait, Taron is number 3?
What is your 1 and 2?
Like, are you insane? Yeah. Maybe. But anyway, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is the Hollywood Tours ride at Phantasialand. And it's just a movie-themed boat ride.
You mean it's a big-budgeted, cheesy, dark ride where you go past...
I couldn't find much more about it than that.
You mean it's a cheesy, dark ride where you go past scenes of, like, Jaws, King Kong, Tarantula, Wizard of Oz?
Probably.
Tarzan.
So far you haven't named any
Sinbad.
movie that I like.
The animated Disney Tarzan was okay.
Yeah. And Sinbad.
Not the animated one.
No. Okay, what about your number 2? Because number 3 is highly rated.
Number 2 is Blue Fire at Europa Park. Some people are saying, why is this number 2? Well, it's number 2 because ever since I saw it, I've been kind of intrigued about it, thinking, this looks really cool. Like, I don't know if people have ever done the, if I bought Six Flags in 1999 or in 2005, I'd add this ride and this coaster to this park and ... Well, I thought that this ride could have made like a Blue Fire clone, could have worked at almost every single Six Flags park, at least the major ones. It's a launching coaster, it's got lap bars, you go upside down, it's less than 140 feet, which is most parks' height limit or needance to get approval, and it just looks really cool. I've heard that it's not as good as Maverick, but you know, I'll see for myself. So that's my number 2. Now okay. I'm really probably interesting a lot of people what my number 1 is.
Yeah, maybe it's at one of these parks. It's somewhere in Europe.
It's a Little Dipper coaster. No, it isn't. So anyway, what's your
My
number
number
two?
two is the Popcorn's Revenge at
What the
Wallaby,
heck is
Belgium.
this ride?
It's a 5D interactive dark ride. So you've got to beat the popcorn. That's about as much as I could find on it, that it's a family dark ride. Not eat, you got to beat the popcorn. So I think the popcorn is probably going to be popping at you, and you got to get it out of the way and whatever.
Is this gonna be like? Is this gonna be this year's?
I hope I'm not smelling popcorn when I'm in there.
Is it gonna be like this year's Animal Rescue or like the UFO water ride or the?
I don't know for sure. I couldn't find all that much about
Or
it.
the what's that other ride? The spin runway, where it's a spinning coaster themed to a fashion show. Yeah, all of these exist, people, and I rode all of them.
Yep.
She rode Animal Rescue.
Yep.
Okay, my number one, Flying Dutchman at Efteling, or Lekender. Very good Holland Blitz. So, and another plug. This coaster is apparent. All I know about it is that it's made by. I don't know. I don't want to say the name from what I've heard because that sounds kind of creepy. So I'll just say Kumbake.
Okay.
And it's the only coaster that they've ever built completely. But apparently, Intamin had to assist with the lift mechanism because of problems. All I know is that it's a water coaster, and it's apparently, I'm hoping it's pretty good. Now, the reason why this beat Taron, Arthur, Expedition GeForce, Olympia Looping, Challenge of Common, River Quest, Troy, Phoenix, Booster Bike, all of the 60 plus coasters that all of the 50 to 60 coasters on this trip is because if everything goes according to plan, this ride will be my 750th coaster.
Wow.
And I have asked In the Loop's Waterpark Prince Ranger if he will ride my 750th coaster with me.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do a little side story. Why not? When I when I asked Ranger on Twitter if he would, I think he said okay.
Better make sure.
Yeah, I'll message him. When I asked him on Twitter, and I think he said yes. Drew then commented, "Why don't you also ride it with Beardman?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know Beardman that well." And he said, "Come on, it's 3-hour bus rides. You'll get to know him." So, Beardman, if I annoy you, I apologize. Hopefully, you can ride this with me, and maybe even Dan, the T-shirt guy, or the leader of the group.
Leader of the pack.
What is that a song of? Or was that a song too?
Like a motorcycle gang. It's just
Okay.
an older song. So
Wheelie and the Chopper Bunch? That's a Hanna-Barbera TV show.
Okay.
So anyway, that's my 13, and there were a bunch of honorable mentions.
Yep. So
But
my
I'm not
number
gonna name
one is Symbolica, and that's also at Efteling, where your number one is.
Don't you want to keep it a secret? You don't want to learn much about it?
But I already did.
Okay, go ahead.
It's an enchanting palace. It's an indoor family attraction. Fantastic dark ride.
Trackless.
And
Like Pooh's Honey Hunt.
you're led into the secret corridors into magical rooms, and you'll be amazed time after time after time.
Time after time.
Yep. Oh, it did get dark. So anyway, that's my 13, and I'm looking forward to it.
And that's my 14. Were there any that you wanted to ride that you'd want to ride that didn't make your list?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, I did photocopy some or print off some of the park maps, so I'm going to be looking at them. I think Europa Park, that's the biggest park we're going to.
Yes.
That has so many different lands, so many
Thir-
different rides.
I think it
Wow.
has like 14
Isn't it
themed
the
areas.
second largest park in Europe? Is Disney the
In terms
largest?
of attendance, I think, yeah.
Or is Disney larger?
Disney is top in terms of attendance, but
It's the second
yeah,
most
Efteling,
attended.
yes, the second most attended.
Hmm.
Drew, the intern, said that he was there on a Friday and Saturday. Friday was busier than Saturday.
Okay.
Weird.
Okay. Maybe it was groups or something, you know,
Mhm.
schools or camps or whatever. Anyway, we're looking forward to a great summer, and we've got a few more things to do this summer before we take that trip, and then when
Yeah,
we're
we've
back,
got another
water park. No, it's more than a water park. No,
it's an amusement park
it's
with
an amusement park.
with the water
Sorry.
play area.
Yep.
Okay.
Got that coming up in a couple weeks.
Bye.
Bye.